It's a great day to be a fourth grader. Welcome to math class again. We are going to talk today about scale drawings. A lot of you use scale drawings already when you look at maps. You can translate how long a trip is going to take if, say, an inch is equal to 10 miles. So 2 inches would be 20 miles. We're going to be talking about that and how to set it up in a mathematical proportion basically today. So first, we're going to talk about the definition of a scale drawing. A scale drawing is the same shape as the original, but not the same size. Many of you have gone to a place where they have a miniature version of like a huge building. I know they have one at the Twins Stadium where they have a mini version and it's actually built to scale, which means maybe 1 centimeter equals 10 feet. I don't know. It could be 100 feet. I'm not sure what the scale is, but you wouldn't want to build the actual building to see a model. You want to build a small building to see the bigger model. The scale just tells us how the image compares with the original. So that's, like I said, maybe 1 centimeter is to 1 mile, or foot, or kilometer. It would probably be better to do a kilometer actually, because if you're doing centimeters to kilometers, you would do an inch to a mile, since that's customary in metric. Okay, I'm going to show you how these set up, and we're going to do it like we have done our analogies. So if I say 1 centimeter is to 2 kilometers, as 2 centimeters is to 4 kilometers. Do you see that little dot in the middle? Those are how, like, your analogies tests are set up. And that's what we're doing. We're making an analogy between two similar things. When you do your math, however, I have a different way of setting this up that I want to show you. I would rather that you didn't do this because this corresponds, the 1 centimeter to 2 centimeters, those are alike. Excuse me, and these are also alike. So now when we're talking about how to set things up, I like to do the small version or the model to the actual. Okay, so let's say 3 centimeters is the scale to 18 centimeters. Okay, so then the actual thing is really 18 centimeters. What is the actual item? So say that we're talking about a small toy and they have a miniature version that's to scale with the big version. So this is the little Lego version and this is the big one. Well, when you don't know this part, you know that the model goes from 3 centimeters. So now if you make a model that's 18 centimeters, how big would the actual be? So 3 times 6 is 18. And in this case, 18 times 6 goes to 108. I always put a blank for the one that I'm looking for and do my rule over here. I set it up the way that it asked, that we did up here, just to show you. It works out the same either way, but it's easier to see that it's a times 6 rule on this one. I'm going to swing over to the book, so give me just a moment, and I want to show you example 3, using a scale to build a model. So we're going to build a boat with a scale of 1 inch is to 2 feet. The actual boat is 18 feet long. How long should you make your model? So I am going to get my paper out here and do it so that you can see both. So we're going to do 1 inch is to 2 feet. That says it right there. and the actual boat is 18 feet long. So the one that we looked for up here, we know that that's 18 feet. So our new scale model, the actual model, is what we don't know. So what is our rule? Well, 2 to 18, we can figure out the relationship there. So if this is multiplied by a times 9 to get there, we need a times 9 on this side. So we know that we need to build our model 9 inches in order to build a boat that is correct in its scale. So you have to make your model 9 inches long. Okay? So the trick in this is to set up this. If you do the work, and you can even make an abbreviation for models and actuals, but I would use the space because it's easy to get all of these numbers all switched around and to multiply the wrong thing. So think about what is your model and what is the actual. And the easiest way to do that is look at the label on the back end. Normally, you're going to have inches to feet, maybe centimeters to kilometers. Every once in a while, you have inches to bigger inches, but for the most part, if you know what you're comparing and you set this part up correctly, this assignment can be a snap. It can be confusing, though, if you continue to try to set it up the long way. You will see that done sometimes, but I would actually undo this and put it in the format that we just talked about, where, and I'll put it over here, 1 centimeter is to 2 kilometers, as 2 centimeters is to how many kilometers? We put our rule as the times 2. 2 times 2 is going to be 4 kilometers. Obviously, in your assignment, you're going to do more complicated math than this. Please come see me if you have questions, but before you ask me questions, please go back into the first 4 examples and remind yourself what you are doing. A lot of times, if you just recheck some of these pages here, read through them, it'll click into your brain. All right? Thanks for listening, and I wish you a great lesson.